So KTBS, by now you know we're celebrating 70 years by taking you on a journey through the transformation tonight of Toledo Bend Reservoir. Over the last 50 years, 180,000 acres of untamed wilderness has been shaped into the premier family recreation destination of the South. Our Madison Edwards takes you back to the creation of Toledo Bend with those who recall what it was like when the lake first flooded.
If you haven't been here a while and you're wondering, come back. You'll be surprised how it's changed and how it's even better than it was 50 years ago.
From 1949 to 1959, plans were made to transform over 180,000 acres of flood-prone land into Toledo Bend Reservoir.
So they had the idea to do a flotilla down the Sabine River, out into the Gulf, up the Mississippi, when Governor Jimmy Davis was going to go through his inauguration. After they passed Amendment 8, they did a lot of things that were successful in selling Toledo Bend to the state.
Over $30 million of funding was secured by Texas and Louisiana without the help of the federal government. Louisiana found $15 million in a Confederate widow's estate. Then came the process of purchasing land and relocating families.
Some of them understood why the lake was being built because it was a poor area, and they understood that it was for the benefit of economically of the good of the people. There were people displaced from DeSoto Parish to the dam.
Land was purchased from residents in 1963 at an average of $1,900 per home, or $23,000 in today's cash.
Some people really fought it. They just were not going to give up.
Toledo Bend was completed in 1969 but filled early due to a 14-inch rain.
They said it would never flood. Sabine River would never fill up, and it did, but they got them out in time and everything.
The old logging roads were turned into fishing lanes. Trees lined the sides like a modern-day highway.
We couldn't, on the Louisiana side, we couldn't see Texas. There were so many trees. I mean, it was just solid woods.
My granddaddy brought me here first time in 1972. At that time, there was so much timber in the lake, but it was kind of interesting that there were so many people also fishing. It was almost like every tree had a fish on it, and it was a whole lot different than what it is now.
Though Toledo Bend was created for recreation, hydroelectric power, and supplying fresh water, the biggest draw to the area would be discovered when anglers cast out their lures for the first time.
Toledo Bend Lake is most famously known for the fishing here, primarily bass fishing, but we also have great crappie fishing here year-round as well.
Fishing was fantastic. I mean, it was unbelievable. You pull up to one big tree and catch a variety of fish, and especially a lot of bass.
Today, over 100 tournaments are hosted every year on the lake.
Just about anything outdoors you can do here in Toledo Bend Lake Country. But in addition to fishing, we have an 18-hole championship golf course here. Our newest and biggest attraction is a water park.
Toledo Bend has become the premier family recreation destination in the South.
23 years ago when I started this thing, there was no jet skis. There was certainly not any recreational boats like wakeboard boats and those type things, but it's all being done now. And that's what Toledo Bend has come more to be now, is it's a family destination.
History lies on the lake bed. Cemeteries, bridges, and homes remain as new generations of those displaced families from Ebarb and Yellow Pine continue to piece together what they lost.
The Choctaw-Apache tribe at Ebarb. The positive part was that it caused the tribe to come together and form a unit of the tribe, which they had not done prior to that, which helps them carry their culture and their family units forward. The group from Yellow Pine still gets together biannually and does the same thing. There are still things that they miss from those periods of time that they continually try to recapture.
Interest in the lake keeps growing. It's a mecca for retirees, and communities along the banks are still building to attract businesses and visitors. Over $15 million is brought in by tourism each year.
So we have a variety of just great small businesses that open up here in Sabine Parish and thrive because not only of our residents that live here, but also because of the tourism that comes into the parish.
Toledo Bend today is probably one of the best times to come to Toledo Bend.
It's a place for families to get away and do the recreational stuff. here on the lake, and it's a great place to be.
I really hope that some young people will see what that other generation did, and those will be the people that finish building Toledo Bend.